Okay, tonight we got a triple feature. So, we've had bees and we've had hats. Now we're going to see there might be lobsters. And it's about a little dog who goes to the beach. And his owner who tries to make him feel safe and let him know that he's okay. And this is written by Carolyn Crimi. That's C-R-I-M-I. And it's illustrated by Laurel Milk. And it looks pretty fun. So, we'll see what happens. Lots of things at the beach scared Suki. Lots. So, Suki is our sweet dog. And she's not sure about this beach trip. But we're going to see how it works out for her. Think she's scared because of the water or of the sand between her toes? Have you been to the beach? What scared you? Come on, Suki, you can do it, said Eleanor. She stood at the bottom of the stairs to the beach and waved to Suki. She's trying to get her to come down and play. And Suki's not so sure. It's a little scary. Look at all that sand. Ooh, there's a bird down there. Is it safe? But Suki was just a small dog, and the stairs were big and sandy, and she hadn't had lunch yet, and her foot hurt a little, and she might get a shell stuck up her nose, and she might tumble down on her head, and then she'd need stitches, and besides, there might be lobsters. So Suki sat at the top of the stairs with Chunka Munka by her side. So we're thinking of all of the reasons why we can't go down there on the beach. Because, you know, the stairs are big and sandy, and his foot hurts a little, and, you know, let's see, haven't had lunch yet, and, you know, just all kinds of excuses, and then there might be lobsters. So we're going to sit on top of the steps here with Chunka Munka. And we're just going to be safe. We're not going to try anything new. New things are scary. Oh, all right, said Eleanor. Then she picked them both up at the risk with a tisk and a huff and carried them down the stairs. You know, if you're not going to come down, I'm going to come get you. So that's what she did. She picked them both up. He's like, oh, I don't know about this. He's a little afraid, isn't he? Not so sure. Suki might be a girl. She might be a little afraid. Come on, Suki, you can do it, said Eleanor. And she tossed the beach ball Suki's way. Well, see, she's out there, and look, there's even other people with their dogs. And she tosses the beach ball at Suki. What's Suki doing? Run. There's a big beach ball coming my way. I've got to go. Do you think maybe Suki's being a little silly? Maybe. But Suki was just a small dog. And the beach ball was big and beachy. And it might hit her nose, and then it would pop, and it might be too loud. Or it might knock her down, and she might not ever get up again. And then she might have to live at the beach forever and eat seaweed to survive. And besides, beach balls attract lobsters. So Suki sat far away from the beach ball with Chunka Munka at her side. So, once again, we're making excuses. That ball's big. It could hit me on the nose. It could pop. It could hurt me. Then I'd have to live on the beach forever. Some of us think that's a good thing. But maybe not Suki. She's going to sit here with Chunka Munka. She's a little concerned. Oh, Suki, Eleanor swooped up the pup with a tisk and a huff and cradled her in her arms. You know what a tisk is? Kind of like, oh my goodness, you can do this. So she's dragging her off. She picked her up. Now, come on, Suki. Come on, Suki, you can do it. Eleanor stood at the water's edge and splashed a little splash at Suki. Now Eleanor is in the water. Oh, we're not sure about this. We're not real sure about the water at all. But we have our ball. We have Chunkamunka. It could be okay, but it's still a little scary. But Suki was just a small dog, and those waves were big, and they were whooshy, and they were salty, and they were too wet, and they might toss her out into the middle of the sea, and she might float all the way to Tasmania or even Florida, and she might be swallowed up by a whale, and she wasn't wearing a bathing suit, and besides, there might be lobsters. She's pretty determined that there's probably lobsters. But if you go out there in the middle of that ocean, you don't know where you're going to end up, right? So she's concerned. She has concerns. So Suki sat at the edge of the water with Chunkamunka at her side. I think Chunkamunka's fine with it. It's just Suki. Oh, Suki, said Eleanor. She shook her head and dove into the waves. So Suki's on the shore. But there goes Eleanor. She's pretty brave, isn't she? Because there might be lobsters out there. There could be a big wave that would take her off to Tasmania or even Florida. You know, those far, far away places. So I think Suki's getting concerned. Suki's just not sure, is she? Suki sat and watched the beach balls bouncing, the big boys running, the umbrellas flapping, and the lifeguards blowing loud whistles, and waves splish-splashing with Chunkamunka. So there's a whole lot of activity going on. Everybody's busy doing something. Beach balls everywhere. Boys running with their dogs. Evidently, this is a dog-friendly beach. I know some people out that love that idea. So we're all just hanging out, having a good time. You know, the lifeguards watching everybody, and people are opening and closing their umbrellas. And you know, here's Eleanor out there just floating around. She's just having a wonderful time, and Suki's like, come back. She's a little concerned, but she's got Chunkamunka there with her, so maybe it'll be all right. Oops, what happened? Oh, okay, so while the waves were splashing with Chunkamunka floating out to sea, Suki barked for Chunkamunka to come back, but Chunkamunka started to sink. So there's Suki. Uh-oh, there's Chunkamunka. We gotta go save him, don't we? Gotta bring him back. But how is she going to do that? We're afraid of the water, remember? She's a little afraid. So Suki started to paddle. She paddled past a beach ball and through the huge salty wave and over something that might even be a lobster. So she's got to go and save her friend, doesn't she? There's a beach ball where we were scared of those, but we're on a mission. We're out there to go get our Chunkamunka. And then there was a big wave, and she got through that, didn't she? And then, you never know. I think it might be fish, but it could be a lobster under there somewhere. But we're going to save our friend, aren't we? Right now, all we're worried about is saving our friend. Until she had Chunkamunka, he was safe. Suki had saved him. See, she's the hero. She went out there and got her Chunkamunka, So now she's going to swim back to shore, huh? And see, she was afraid of the water at first. She felt braver than the bravest dog because even though she was very small, Chuckamunka was smaller. So now she feels pretty proud and happy and a little relieved probably that she got Chunka back. "Oh, Suki, I knew you could do it," said Eleanor. She picked them both up with a yay and a hooray and swung them very gently through the air. So she loves her Suki and she loves Chunkamunka, and she's so happy that they're both safe. That she was brave and went out there even though there might be lobsters. You just never know, right? That she was willing to go out there and save her friend. How sweet. Suki sat on the sandy sand with the wavy waves and watched for lobsters with Chunkamunka at her side, by her side. So now we're just happy to sit on the beach and watch Eleanor build a sandcastle. Watch people play with their friends and their dogs, right? Lots of birds. There's always lots of birds at the beach. And they didn't see one all day. So all that worry about that there might be lobsters, and she never saw one lobster. But she did have a pretty good day. So the next time you go to the beach, sometimes it's okay to be brave. Make sure you have somebody with you, your mom, dad, or someone you really trust. And usually, like Eleanor, they'll tell you, you can do it. And if they tell you you can try. But just be very careful because there might be lobsters.